Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the place you are around the world. Welcome to a new coffee with R, a café con R en español. I came again to Baku. This country, I'm loving this country. And I'm coming quite a while because it's so nice. People is nice. Food is nice. Doing business here is very nice. And today I will meet with my two friends, Elnur Mammadov and Bahruz Ahmadov from Unified Tax and Technology Businesses, and we will talk about the attractive opportunities for foreign investors coming to Azerbaijan. So welcome Elnur, welcome Bahruz, and you see, this is a very nice program. And before we start, thank you to Foundation Kalanit. You are our sponsor, and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Roberto. Just very quick introduction, because you mentioned Bahruz and myself are Unified Tax and Technology Business. No, I will give you very quick corrections.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So myself, maybe it will be good just introduce ourselves. So myself, I'm Elnur Mammadov, as you mentioned. So, and hi everyone. So I'm Managing Director of Unified Tax and Technology Business in Azerbaijan, having 90 plus years experience in consulting business market, specifically in tax, legal, and people part. And Bahruz actually one of my interesting and very experienced clients for consulting program, which actually is a unique program where merge the coaching, mentoring, and consulting. And I will pass the word to Bahruz. Maybe he also introduce himself.
Well, yeah. Great. And this is the nice thing of having two friends here. You are welcome, Bahruz, and please introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Bahruz Ahmadov. I'm 35 years old, and I met with Elnur some months ago, and I take the advantages of his consulting service, consulting services. Consulting services, and I really appreciate this kind of service, and I dare say that this service have the great influence on me and on my career. And in terms of career, I am the financial director, chief financial officer of one of the biggest supermarket chain in Azerbaijan. We call it Grandmart LLC, and I have been employed by this company for more than 4 years, but as a financial director, I'm more than just 1 year.
Super.
So, with all my friends, because now we know who they are, let's go to the show. And I want to know, what is the favorite for foreign investor going to Azerbaijan?
Well, I think recently Azerbaijan has changed, and in terms of making the attractive opportunities for foreign investors. As I can list all of them, like making the business environment reforms, free economic zones and industrial parks, and etc. I want to talk shortly about all of them. First thing first, the business environment reforms. What I mean. There is a simplification of business registration in Azerbaijan. In Azerbaijan has made it very easy to start the business by simplifying the procedures for the company registration. We made Asan service system. Asan means easy service system. This is a governmental body, and any business, local or foreign business, can register very easily without bureaucracy and investor friendly. this kind of reforms can be very attractive for foreign investors. And also,
Sure.
free. Oh, sorry, you have a question?
No, sure. I agree with you.
Okay, and also we have some industrial parks and free economic zones. What I mean, in recently, especially in 2020, and after that, we established as a country. We established the big economic zones where we designed it to attract international investors by offering tax breaks, exemptions, and simplified business regulations. In this economic zones, we call it as alert economic zones. And also we have industrial parks. In industrial parks, even local and foreign investors can get benefit from tax incentives, custom privilege, and also they can have easily access to any infrastructure. And also we have technology parks. Technical-based investments is encouraged through these technology parks, and we offer in technological parks financial incentives. We offer the good infrastructure for financial incentives to startups and new tech companies. And also,
are those located in Baku or in other cities around Azerbaijan?
Especially in Baku and Absheron region. We have the big region, mostly urban. This urbanistic region is our Absheron and Baku region. Baku is a capital city, mostly urbanized city, but you can find these kind of technological parks and industrial parks and zones nearby Baku, not so far from.
Okay, great.
Also, another thing that very important part which the foreigners can be interested in is legal issues, some kind of legal issues. There is the investment treaties called bilateral investment treaties. The Azerbaijan has signed over 40 bilateral investment treaties with countries around the world. These treaties provide legal protection to foreign investors and also offer mechanism to solve disputes, any arguments which also increase the investors' confidence. And also we have ease of repatriating profit. I mean, what is this very important part? The Azerbaijan allow foreign investors to freely transfer their profit and dividends abroad without any currency restrictions. And the other thing is double taxation treaties, and this is also international agreement where Azerbaijan has signed with over 50 countries all over the world to prevent double taxation, making all the process easier for foreign investors to manage their tax obligations.
Yeah, let me ask you a question before after we continue. With all these new ideas that the government has given to the foreign investors, how is those investments growing since 2020?
Well, I can see this. I can say this relying on the budget. Our budget and governmental budget and GDP. Recently, I viewed our budget. We are oil and gas country. Looking at our budget and budget revenue, we see that oil and gas revenue is going down. Not going down, but the non-oil and gas profile getting bigger and bigger because the new investment coming to Azerbaijan, and also in the next month, in November, Azerbaijan is going to invite, COP29. They invite all countries under the COP29, and in this meeting, mostly renewable energy, green energy issues is going to be discussed. And this also shows that within 4 or 5 years, not only investment, attention from all countries, all governments, all foreign investors growing bigger and bigger. Of course, we're going to see the result and real outcome in terms of figures after several years. But now we feel this attention. We feel this attention now.
And so just ask here.
Yes, Elnur, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I also would like to join Bahruz. What actually he mentioned is, in a nutshell, if we see, and in terms of comparison, 10 years ago or 5 years ago, so Azerbaijan offers prime opportunities across energy, technology, agriculture, and tourism. So with ongoing economic reforms, which actually it is going on, and the pro-business environments, the country is set to welcome new partnership and investors, and even more, the regulation which is established right now in the country just designed to serve this kind of approach in order to attract new investors,
And what I've seen is there's also a lot of improvements in infrastructure. There are I've seen new buildings, everywhere in the district area. Your roads are improving, so there's a lot of change over there. Is that right?
Indeed. Yes. Yeah. Go ahead, Bahruz.
Yeah. Sorry, I want to emphasize this point as well. Political stability and political stability. This is a very important part. Why? Because the Azerbaijan has maintained, relatively stable political environment in the recent years, and this critical fact, this led the government, Azerbaijan government, to focus on long-term economic reform and infrastructure projects. If everything is safe, so you can go ahead with your reformation. And under this, we can become the witness of the very big projects. The infrastructure projects that Azerbaijan has invested heavily, such as port of Baku, and also Baku-Tbilisi cars railways. Maybe you have heard about this, and also some other improved networks. So why it is important? The government, the Azerbaijan, has already created the politically stabilization, and the government organizations are freely can focus on these kind of projects. And also we have.
What about banking and financial sector? Are there any reforms over there? Because if you're doing all this, you need to have a good banking system and also a new, really strong financial sector.
Well, the financial sector, recently the Central Bank of Azerbaijan has made a lot of change in the internally in their structure, organizational structure, and the new chairman had made a lot of reformation and a lot of modernization in terms of improving transparency, reducing risk, and modernizing the financial institutions. In our company, we feel this kind of modernization and risk reducing issues, because recently any company can open a bank account. But now the central bank understood that there are some risks. They audited this kind of risks. I recently read an article. They released an article that what kind of the traditional kind of operations can have this kind of listed kind of risks, and they sort all of them. They sort all of them out. They made more modernized and more risk-free. And also the digitalization. We can see very big reformation in our banking sector in terms of digitalization. The country, this kind of digitalization allow to foster and more efficient financial transactions, and they made digital. We can see the digitalizations almost in all retail banking in Azerbaijan. So besides this, we see the loan transferring to companies, and also I can
As a
say
supportive.
Yeah, supportive. Elnur, I don't remember the name. Okay, I remember just now. It is called Kobia. Through the Kobia, this is one of the biggest project and one of the lovely project in Azerbaijan. What is Kobia? Through the Kobia, companies can register as a startup, and the Kobia give mentoring services, financial aid, and they give consulting services. And if any company registers through Kobia, they get, it doesn't mean that this is foreign company or a local company, they get tax exemption. Tax exemption. Yeah, this kind of infrastructure, in consulting and the finance world, banking and advisory companies and financial mentoring companies, they work all together. Only for the one purpose, to improve the companies or foreign investors' activity.
But just one question, Bahruz.
Yes,
just one question.
Yeah. Please, what is the question?
Yeah, so my question to Bahruz, just to clarify one more point. So is Kobia also supporting foreign investors, or it's only supporting the local businesses, which we call it the new startups?
Well, if any company get registered in our tax authority as a new startup company and a new startup company, let's say, they can get the privilege of the Kobia as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I always ask these kind of questions for me, so we need actually to check that one. But what I say, so in a nutshell, what I will add to the Bahruz points, Roberto, I fully support. Thank you very much, Bahruz, for very valuable comments.
Yes, please.
In terms of if we look from the foreign investor side, so everything designed and sustainable, I mean about process. If any investors would like to go in Azerbaijani market, if we look from the regulation side, yes, as Bahruz mentioned, there is an easy step up in the process, like establishing your business, and there is a standard process regulations which is designed to support the investors. And there is also like a Kobia, or there is also some free zone places where actually give a chance to the investors to reduce their custom duties, taxes. And if we look from tax point of view, there is also double tax treaties, which is state taxes owning those system, is to pretend the businesses to pay taxes twice. Like as Azerbaijan, we support from all angles the investors to establish, to keep the sustainable growth economic in Azerbaijan.
Okay, let me go about the opportunities for foreign investors. Do you know if there are any key sectors with a substantial potential and some areas that might be also developed?
Well, of course, we are as a country, we are full of opportunities, especially renewable energy and waste management, environmental services. Why I focus on this? Renewable energy, it's also, we can dare say that this is a growing sector, growing thing all over the world. But we have a good opportunity. Why? Because first and first, because we are the oil and gas country, the government is interested in focusing on this renewable energy products. Second, we as a country, we locate in such a climate zone that our climate let investors and foreigners to place all the infrastructure very easily. First and first, solar and wind energy. Solar and wind energy. We have a lot of wind and we have a lot of solar. Hydropower. Yeah, hydropower. This is almost untouched sector field in Azerbaijan that have great opportunity, particularly in regions, with rivers and hilly terrains. We have everything. We have solar, we have wind, we have hydropower. That's why I think that this is a great opportunity. Also, the second, the agriculture and food processing. Despite we have good agriculture, but there's still the gap for growing. Especially, we have a demand for organic product, and organic product, of course, is growing, but local industry is still developing, and it's include fruit and all vegetables, farming, livestock, and dairy as well, and also the food processing and packaging. I'm a little bit suspicious. I need some support from Elnur. I'm a little bit suspicious about the food processing and packaging. I still see this as an opportunity, but it is open for discussion. Why? Because food processing and packaging, this is underdeveloped sector. I think because we as a people, our tradition is that we prefer the fresh products. First and first, I say that our climate let us to get any fresh fruit and vegetables in compared to our other countries in our neighborhood, and also especially in Europe. Our people get freely fruit and vegetables fresh. But packaging, food processing packaging, I mean the canned goods or some meat processing, this kind of facilities, maybe people will not prefer. But this sector is underdeveloped in our country. This can be, but also another thing that I believe that you as a producer just render something to the customer will react. Probably they will react positively. But I'm a little bit suspicious. Maybe Elnur will add something.
Actually, you're right. I will answer in a different way, not from the food packaging point of view, but I will share my view in general in terms of renewable energy and its impact, and maybe we can find some kind of integration. What you mentioned. So, in terms of renewable energy, as you described, we all know, that carbon emissions, which is closely interconnected with the renewable energy.
Yes.
The shift to renewable energy directly reduces carbon emissions by replacing fuels. Am I right? So it doesn't matter whether it's solar, as Bahruz mentioned, the wind or hydro. But this transition not only lowers the greenhouse gases contributing to climate change, but also promotes long-term environmental health and sustainability. You see what I'm saying? If we look from that point of view, I would think about in the same. I will actually think parallel about what you mentioned, Bahruz, how to develop the food packaging, etc., just to keep the same, because all they are connected with each other.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I think that there's another possible opportunity will be fintech solutions also in Azerbaijan.
Fintech solution. and also IT solutions. This kind of services also, I think there's underdeveloped in Azerbaijan. First, I want to start from the IT solutions,
Yes.
information technology and telecommunication solutions. As a company finance director, I see this, see this kind of torture in my company as well, and in my previous experience as well. There is a gap in high-quality IT services and infrastructure, including data centers, cybersecurity, especially cybersecurity. Especially nowadays where the artificial intelligence is going up, and software development. Many companies in Azerbaijan, many companies still don't use software.
No?
No, they don't use software. I mean the small companies, not big companies, of
Yes,
course.
correct.
Companies, of course, use ERP system or any kind of software.
Software, and also the software, almost all the softwares is used by big companies and middle-sized companies. They are all foreign investors. All are foreign companies. We don't have local ones. But maybe any investor can come here, can register,
Yeah.
and invest in and open up their own company, own local company.
Yeah.
I think this.
Maybe I add here a few points. So actually, so thinking about what Bahruz said is, and also from my point of view, is that companies with complex or highly specialized IT needs. I mean, they still need some international support, even. Okay, because if we look at the Azerbaijani market, we started very, how could I say? Faster growth IT technology processes, just to be in the same line with the international experience, but still there is a need some support. I mean, kind of from big IT companies from the international perspective. Why? For example, as a consulting sector, as a managing director, and we have also our clients where actually we use our technology for serving them from outsourcing their tax, accounting, payroll, HR. So we mostly rely on the international software, but in parallel we also use our local experiences, rather than finding a ready solution in Azerbaijan market to answer to all your questions in terms of technology.
Yeah, but I can see that there is a great opportunity for IT companies around the world to go there and to service, I would say, the medium and the small businesses, because if you tell me that almost it's not existing, there's a good opportunity there. Time is flying, and our podcast is always 30 minutes, 20 whatever minutes. Let me go to COP29, and I would like, because you will be the great host there, and I want to know how Azerbaijan is looking the effect of global changes in energy market fluctuations, oil and gas dependency, and also technological advancements, just in towards the global warming.
Well, as I said earlier, we are oil and gas company. We have the big, our economy is heavily rely on oil and gas exports, and of course this make our budget and economy very sensitive to the change of the global energy prices, and any sharp decline.
So maybe you can finish with after he comes back, but maybe you can finish. What are you looking towards COP29?
Yeah, actually, with COP29, we're looking a lot of things. I mean, we're waiting actually for a lot of how could I say, ideas which is ready to be implemented in Azerbaijani market. Number one is renewable energy. Number three, sorry?
I just stopped.
Yes. Yeah, so I started I will pass it to you. Yeah. So number one is a renewable energy, which actually we're waiting. And when we say renewable energy, it's more like a strategy to be green. Yeah, looking for the 10, 20 years future. And number two is if we keep out the COP29, but also think about the global, tension between countries. So Azerbaijan will be kind of as a corridor at some stage from the east part to the Europe part, and that could be the number two opportunities, which actually will support. Will be increased in terms of industrial, like transportation, about trade, and so many industrial effects. And three is thinking about having our geopolitical, geographical location. So there is a big investment in agriculture business, which means we're right now learning a lot from the international experiences, how to build our agriculture and keep it as a sustainable in order to increase the GDP.
Yeah.
Please welcome to comment in few words.
Yeah, these geopolitical tensions can, openly can lead to disrupt our trade routes. We as a country, we situate near key regions with ongoing conflicts, and this makes Azerbaijan vulnerable to any geopolitical instability. And also some sanctions and alliances, not of course to our country, but our neighborhood countries, especially Russia, Iran. This can have an indirect effect on our economy by disrupting trade flows. Can impact any local industries. And also, I want to emphasize this. In recently, our growing alliance with, especially countries with Turkey, this help Azerbaijan find alternative trade routes and secure investment. As I emphasized earlier, because of the stability, political stability, the government can focus on the new alternative trading, infrastructure making, and etc. But still, this is a big challenge and torture for Azerbaijan, situating in the geopolitical tense regions. And also, another challenge and global change can affect Azerbaijan. Some digital transformation and cybersecurity risks. As we mentioned earlier, this is also an opportunity for foreign investors to come in Azerbaijan and make some cybersecurity company or digital transformation and some in fintech companies. We see this as an opportunity. Why we see this as an opportunity? Because these fields are still underdeveloped, and if this is underdeveloped and delay in adopting new technologies can hinder competitiveness. We have to keep up with the change that's happening in the world. Maybe we can delay in this kind of global change. The world are very fast. Maybe we are in delay, and they can hurt some other fields like banking sector and cybersecurity sectors.
Yeah.
And also,
okay, I have the last question. And you need to tell me, because this is a very important question for you, especially for the economy. Which is the dish that you will recommend to go tonight in the restaurant? A very nice dish from Azerbaijan. It's important because there's a lot of people going to Baku for COP29. So please let us know which is the dish that you will recommend. Elnur, I think that you have some insights on there.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I can't imagine myself as a foreigner who is coming to
No, no, no,
Azerbaijan.
no. Yourself. I mean, if you
I
need to
will. I will.
invite, let's say me, I'm going
Yeah.
there, and I'm gonna go. Let's go for a dish.
Okay. If I describe very short in 3 sentences, anyone is coming to Azerbaijan in terms of dishes. Number one is a kebab, because our lamb is absolutely different type of
Okay.
lamb, very tasty. Number two is pilau, is Azerbaijani traditional meal, and number three is we call it chata. No, chata, which is actually a bread within green. So inside of the bread there is a green. So we call it chata. So those three things, which actually for me,
Yeah, those are the good ones.
I can propose. Yes.
Yeah.
And Beirut.
Yeah, Roberto, I think, of course, I joined Elnur, of course, but I want to add that we have so much different kind of delicious meals that I really cannot list that which one is best, which one is
Yeah.
yeah. That's why what I can offer. When you come to Baku, just contact.
Yes.
I promise. Yeah, I promise that I will take you
That's a good
to
one.
any
That's a
local
good
restaurant.
So we need to keep the secret. So all the people going to Baku, they need to see this list of wide variety of dishes that you may offer. Elnur, Beirut, thank you very much for coming to One Coffee with Art. And guys, I will see you in another place of the world during the week. Thank you and bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.